The world of fashion has always been a universe of reinvention, a space where beauty meets imagination and creativity becomes immortal. But every once in a while, someone comes along who doesn't just fit into fashion, they reshape it. That's exactly what's happening right now, and the entire industry is holding its breath. Because when the name Kim Taehyung is mentioned, even icons like Michael Ryder, the artistic genius behind Celine, can't help but pause and say, "He's my greatest inspiration." Yes, you read that right. Michael Ryder, the visionary who has dressed superstars, defined the modern edge of luxury, and led Celine into a new era, has spoken openly about Taehyung BTS, and his words have sent shockwaves through the fashion world. The global fashion elite, from Paris to Seoul, from Milan to New York, can't stop talking. What does it mean when one of the most influential creative directors on earth admits that his greatest muse isn't a model, but a musician, an artist, a living embodiment of beauty and emotion? The answer is found not just in words, but in the aura of Taehyung himself. From the moment he stepped into Celine's Paris show months ago, Taehyung didn't just walk in. He arrived. Cameras flashed, whispers spread, and the air itself seemed to shift. There was something magnetic, something unexplainable about the way he moved, the way his presence filled the space without a single word spoken. He wasn't just wearing Celine. He was becoming it, and Michael Ryder noticed. During an exclusive backstage moment that's now being replayed across countless fan accounts, Ryder's eyes followed Taehyung not as one would observe a celebrity, but as an artist observes a masterpiece. Later, in an interview that stunned both the fashion and entertainment worlds, Ryder confessed in a soft, almost reverent tone. Taehyung isn't just beautiful. He's the kind of beauty that inspires creation itself. When I design now, I think of how Taehyung would move in it. He is my greatest inspiration. Those words, simple, yet monumental, spread faster than wildfire. Within hours, Taehyung's Celine inspiration became a global trend on social media platforms. Fans were overwhelmed, celebrities commented, and the fashion world collectively agreed. A new era had begun, because it's one thing for an idol to be fashionable. But it's something entirely different for a fashion house to be inspired by that idol's very existence. The day everything changed, the day Michael Ryder made that statement, it wasn't planned. Insiders say it happened during a private conversation that unexpectedly turned into an emotional confession. Ryder had been discussing his upcoming collection, minimalist yet sensual, structured yet poetic. And when asked about the muse behind his designs, he smiled and simply said one name: Taehyung. Those who were present described that moment as electric. The room fell silent. Even his team, used to hearing him speak of abstract muses like the wind, movement, or silence, were taken aback. Because this time, the muse wasn't an idea, it was a person, and that person was Kim Taehyung. The following days, images of Taehyung wearing Celine during past appearances began to resurface online. From the iconic Celine suit at the art gallery event to his unforgettable leather jacket look that broke the internet, fans began piecing together the puzzle. Had Taehyung's fashion choices been influencing Ryder all along? Ryder later confirmed this in a feature interview for a French fashion magazine. "When I first saw Taehyung," he said, "he wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was simply existing, and that existence radiated confidence, depth, and something almost melancholic. That's what I wanted my designs to express, the quiet power of being yourself." The artistic connection, the bond between Ryder and Taehyung seems almost cosmic. Both share an appreciation for minimalism and emotion, for storytelling through visual silence. Taehyung's personal aesthetic, often described as elegant melancholy, aligns perfectly with Celine's DNA. He wears simplicity like it's poetry, transforming even the most understated pieces into emotional experiences. Fashion analysts have said that what makes Taehyung special isn't just his face or his body, it's his energy. He doesn't wear clothes to impress. He wears them to feel. Ryder reportedly told his design team that every time he begins sketching a new silhouette, he imagines how Taehyung would move in it, how the fabric would respond to his rhythm, his quiet confidence, his delicate intensity. "He has this way of making fashion human again," Ryder explained. "There's no pretense. When he walks, it's not about showing off, it's about emotion. He's like music translated into form." That statement alone could summarize why the world sees Taehyung not just as a celebrity, but as something ethereal, a muse, a phenomenon. When music meets fashion, it's no secret that BTS members have always had strong relationships with luxury brands. But what's happening with Taehyung and Celine is different. It's not about contracts or ambassadorships. It's about mutual admiration and inspiration. Taehyung doesn't just model Celine, he interprets it. Every time he steps out in one of Ryder's creations, he brings life to the design, as though it was made just for him. And in many ways, it was. During a private fashion event in Paris earlier this year, witnesses described how Michael Ryder stood silently in a corner, observing Taehyung as he interacted with guests, laughed softly, and moved through the crowd. Later, Ryder reportedly told a close friend, "Watching him is like watching art breathe. He's the line between reality and dream." That quote, once leaked to social media, became the heart of fan discussions around the world. Armies, always quick to recognize the magic around their beloved V, began using hashtags like hashtag #TaehyungInspireCeline and hashtag LivingArtV to celebrate the moment. Soon, even people outside the BTS fandom began noticing. Prominent designers and critics took to social media to comment on how Taehyung's influence on Celine could signal a new direction for the brand, one where emotional authenticity takes center stage. The fashion world responds. After Michael Ryder's revelation, the fashion industry erupted with reactions. Vogue Paris published an editorial calling Taehyung a timeless muse for the modern generation. Harper's Bazaar described him as the face of contemporary serenity, while Elle Korea dubbed him Celine's heartbeat. Designers from other houses even expressed admiration. One Italian creative director, speaking anonymously, said, "It's rare to see someone so young influence a brand as deeply as Taehyung has with Celine. Usually, the brand shapes the artist, but in this case, the artist reshaped the brand." Even beyond the industry, everyday fans felt a sense of pride. Seeing their idol recognized not just for his looks, but for his artistic essence, was deeply emotional. Armies flooded social media with posts expressing gratitude to Michael Ryder for recognizing what they had always known. Taehyung is more than just a singer or performer. He's a living, breathing work of art. Beyond aesthetics, the philosophy behind the admiration. To truly understand why Michael Ryder sees Taehyung as his greatest inspiration, one must look deeper, beyond the aesthetics and into the philosophy that both artists share. Ryder has often spoken about his fascination with duality, the blend of fragility and strength, chaos and calm, simplicity and depth. Taehyung embodies all of those qualities effortlessly. In interviews, Taehyung has often expressed that he doesn't want to look perfect, but rather feel real. He's drawn to imperfections, to naturalness, to quiet emotion. He has said, "Beauty comes when you stop trying too hard." That sentiment mirrors Ryder's own design ideology. "Fashion is about emotion," Ryder once said. "It's about what you feel when you wear it, not what you think others will feel." So, when these two worlds collide, the emotional world of Taehyung and the creative universe of Ryder, something magical happens. The line between art and life disappears. The impact on Celine's future. Insiders at Celine have confirmed that Ryder's upcoming collection draws heavy inspiration from Taehyung's aura. Early sketches reportedly feature soft silhouettes, flowing fabrics, and subtle masculine-feminine contrasts, all echoing Taehyung's distinctive elegance. Some staff members even mentioned a codename used internally, Project V. It's said to represent a design series that captures Taehyung's influence. Understated yet captivating, calm yet powerful. While Ryder hasn't officially confirmed these rumors, his cryptic posts on social media, like a black and white photo captioned simply, "V inspires me," seem to speak louder than words. The public is waiting with anticipation. Fashion journalists predict that this Taehyung-inspired era could mark a turning point not only for Celine, but for the entire industry.